On one night on October 26th, I was playing some Forza Horizon 4 and then I get an invitation from my teammate Stark, and I was thinking, well, I'm gonna accept it. I am gonna play some multiplayer matches. There are gonna be some 5 lappers that we're gonna participate. Yeah, we're having some fun in it. And then I joined the lobby, and then I realized it was no multiplayer match. It said 27 laps, and I realized, oh, maybe I got invited to a league race, and I was right. I got invited to a league race, and Stark told me that I needed to participate because they were lacking on drivers in that league, and it was round 3 in Japan on the Balam League. Unfortunately, I don't know why. I think it might be due to a bug, and he told me that it was due to a bug, that all of my things, all of my data except my podium pass, my F1 World Car, and my fan zone got reset. All of my settings, all of my setups reset. And yeah, that is unfortunate for me, and I quickly customized some things that was extremely important for me, for example the nationality and the car number and the avatar, just in case I finish on the podium. And so that means that there are no setups, and I need to get to one pretty quickly. And also camera settings reset, as well as the UI, and I forgot about it when I exited the garage, and I saw the UI a bit different, and yeah, it was a bit annoying having to change that thing, but I decided to not do that much of it, and instead I will do it later on. And when I realized that all of my data have been reset, except those things that I mentioned, I decided to reset the game in case that it was just only a thing that could have been solved with a reset, but no, it's just a heavy bug that it affected me a lot. And that means that we also have reset steering settings and all of that. And when I was on my outlap, it felt pretty differently, and because I haven't played that game before that for a whole week, I felt that I was playing a new F1 game, but I haven't played the game for a week only, and now I got my muscle memory extremely altered, and I spent all my outlap letting my AI drive and setting up a little bit my steering settings. And although it wasn't the same as on the pre-reset, I felt a bit more comfortable, but with no training I was gonna be really slowly, and that showed on my first lap that I set. Wait, what? No, I didn't even set the lap time. And despite having 3 attempts, none of them went successfully. On my first one, I invalidated it. On my second one, I overcorrected it and spun. And on the third one, there wasn't even a third one because I didn't have enough time to begin the third one, and I was heading to the final corners, but then time ticked down to 0, and yeah, that's how we got down to P16. It is gonna be a tough race, but the important thing to do in the race is be careful and let's not get involved into any accident, into any crash. And qualifying was just to get adapted to our new steering setting, and maybe that'll change a little bit our driving style. So let's begin with that one. A Sky driver named Field got on pole position, and my teammate Sebs is on second, start qualified 10th, and we are gonna start down to P17, almost in dead last. But there is another driver who is behind me, and we are starting on hards and with 51 kilograms of fuel loaded, and we are getting a little bit carefully into turns 1 and 2, and I almost spun. Oh boy, that is such a bit of a time loss, but we are seeing that there's lots of chaos heading into the S corners, and we already got up to P16 because they were, Stark is down to P17, and an SGC driver got out of the race, and that deployed a full course safety car. Oh my god, I was missing these things all the time that I was on the Valhalla Victory Racing. I hadn't experienced that thing since the Elite Racing League days back in May, June. Oh my god. For the first time in F124, I'm on a league that has some chaotic starts and can deploy lots of safety cars, and we see that Workday has a 10-second time penalty, and so that means that we are up to P14 with the penalties applied already now. And even though we got a bit of a slow start, so the thing is that we gotta be a bit careful no matter how slow we go. As long as we don't go extremely slow and we don't spin, we are fine. We see some drivers running wide, and I'm expecting some drivers going into the pits. Stark is going to it, and we see that there are 4 more drivers. I stay out, and it's gonna be a torture to hit up our hard tires because these are the hardest to hit up, and with these speeds and with the physics of this game, it is gonna be almost impossible to hit up these hard tires up to the optimal temperature, up to 90 degrees Celsius. And just to show you that at the end of the safety car, my tires are at less than 70 degrees Celsius, one of them being at 63. We got up into P14 on track, but we got too far away from P13, and well, I hope there is another safety car because I am not going that fast. I can't go that fast. I'm not able to do that thing, and we see that there are some snaps of oversteers that are happening, but we see that they are not struggling that much as myself, who almost ran wide in one of the SS. And on lap 5, surprise, a Sky driver is out of the race. That deployed another safety car, and we see that Tingling, the ex-Bunny, got out of the race also. He's retired from it. He decided to retire from it because he fell down to P14 and he gave up. He rage quit it. And thank you, Ding for giving me the position. We are up into P14 on track, and we see that Stark is in P13. We're staying out because it's too early to box. We are on lap 5, and I am gonna box on lap 16, and I hope there is a safety car in that lap. But let's focus on the present day, which is now lap 8. Safety car has ended, and we are having a decent launch, and Stark is right ahead of me. We are on P11 and we have some hopes of overtaking him or at least maintaining P11. The last thing becoming reality by the end of lap 8, and we head into the Castle Triangle Chicane, and we see that some tires went wide, and we see that we got a track limit warning. We begin lap 9, the RS is now enabled, and we see that El Gatito overtakes me, and he's getting passed in, and oh, what a move that he's done! And we head into the first 2 corners in there. Whoa, ran wide, and El Gatito is out of the race, and that deployed another safety car. Oh boy, we got up into P8, and we see that Stark is a little bit not destroyed compared to El Gatito. He got down to P9, but he at least lost a place, not an entire race. We're staying out because it is too early to box. We're on hards, lap 9 out of 27. If it was like on lap 13, 14, 15, I would have boxed. Workday is out of the race, so that means that we're now 12 runners. And I don't know how many more retirees are gonna be for the rest of the race. We begin lap 10 and we get up into P3 because some drivers boxed, and we head into the safety car field that is barely forming, and we see that some drivers have stopped because the safety car was so slow. Oh my god, we see that some of our drivers stopped as well as me. I think everybody that was on the top 5. Oh my god, so sad. Oh my god, no, he got disqualified from the race. Such a heartbreaking way to finish the race. Yeah, that's such a terrible thing. Maybe he did not know that you get disqualified from the race if you are ahead of the safety car. Although yeah, you have some chance to get the behind, but you have a small window. That means that we get up into P2 and hope we don't fall down the order in such a terrible way. And on lap 11 we end safety car and we head into lap 12, racing once again, and I almost won. And we see that Williams is trying to overtake me and faster as well, but they overtook me before the line to begin lap 12, so they have to give my position back, and so they do. We get up into P2 once again. We get into the SS and we see that Chocofly has won, and we oh my god, he hit the wall and he's out of the race, and that deployed another safety car. That is such a fun thing that I've seen, and oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, finally, oh my god, for the first time since July back in Elite Racing League on Great Britain on 100% race distance race. For the first time since that moment, we lead the league race. Oh my god, that is something that I was missing from the days that I was in Valhalla Victory Racing, which was such a humiliation for me in that season. Oh my god, finally we are leading a race. Oh my god, is there a chance to even win the race? Nah, probably not, honestly. I'm so bad in the reason why I'm in that position, because I am yet to pit, and also it is due to the safety cars, and also that I'm trying to be clean and something like that. And I decided to stay out because I was thinking that there's gonna be another safety car after that one, the fifth one. This is the fourth one. We begin lap 13 and maybe I could have boxed for mediums because it's almost halfway through the race, but I think that it was too early to box, and also was due to the tire wear, and we see that the safety car is going so slow once again, and same thing happening from the previous safety car. This time it got a bit more controlled, and I'm still leading the race. We are now 10 runners now. So if I finish the race, no matter which position I finish, I get points. But now we see that we're on lap 14, ending this lap, and also we're ending the safety car, and we see that our tires are so cold. The front ones being at 54 and 55 degrees Celsius, even colder than my hometown in the center. And we see that field is overtaking me down the inside, and Seb also, oh my god, he did such a dirty move. He pushed me wide. Oh my god, that was a dirty move for him. And we get down to P6. That is such a horrible relaunch. But honestly, I'll eventually fall into that position because I lack on pace, and also I'm get to pit, and the strategy of staying out until another safety car, maybe it is a mistake, and I should have actually boxed for mediums on that safety car period that we had a few laps before, and it is because that was the final safety car that happened during the race.
Okay, clear.
And I realized that there was gonna be no more safety cars, and yeah, I did a mistake, and maybe P8 was gonna be the position that I would finish. P8 out of 8. Ruby is out of the race, and Stark and the Williams driver is trying to overtake me. Gears now enabled. We're on lap 16, and honestly, we were on 3 wide, and I decided to back off because if I want to still go ahead and try to maintain P6, or it will go wrong, or I'll waste my time and eventually lose my position, and I decided to back off. After that, I stayed in P8, and it wasn't until lap 24 when something happened to me, which I boxed for soft tires in an attempt to set the fastest lap of the race, and I decided to box on lap 24 and not lap 25, just in case I get lapped. Something that it might not happen, so I could have boxed for softs 1 lap later instead of the end of lap 24. And honestly, I think that mistake was nothing, and if I boxed for mediums, I wouldn't get any chance to fight for better positions than P8, because I told you I do not have any pace. But can I at least have the enough pace to set the fastest lap? And the answer got revealed at the end of lap 26, and we exit the final corner, and we head into the final lap of the race, setting the fastest lap with a time of 1:29.833, and I think I'll maintain it because I'm on softs and the others are on hards, and so that means that we are gonna finish in P8 with the fastest lap. Chernona wins the Grand Prix, and we see that Sebs finished in P2. So good job on my teammate. And we see that good mind is up the race, and that means that we can finish in P7. And with the fastest lap, we get 7 points. And that means that it is gonna be our best result on a league race since leaving the Elite Racing League Endurance. Oh my god, a lot of time has passed. The last time I got higher than P8. A lot of time. And finally I'll have some good result. Finally. Although I'm finishing last, but I was clean enough. And with that, we are gonna finish in some good P7. And there we go. So we see the rest of the race results, and Feld finished second, as I said early on. Or did I? Because I said that Sevs finished in P2, but he got demoted down to P5, and it was due to the penalties. So Feld in reality finished second, and Fredzone finished third, Stark in fourth, and that Williams driver, well, finished sixth, starting in dead last. So yeah, good on him. He made a great comeback as well as me. And yeah, only 7 people have finished the race. And so that is it, guys. Hope you have enjoyed this video, and see you guys in the next race, which is gonna be in Austria. Goodbye.